Today I'll show you how to retension a sectional garage door with loose cables like this one, using only basic hand tools and some lubrication. Let's get cracking and I'll show you how to do it right now. Okay, we've just come out to this sectional garage door. It's a B&D controller door S. Now this was flashing the service light, but it's been a couple of months and the service light has stopped flashing. But the customer has kept their booking to get the door checked out. Now they've got a bit of time off. So the door seems to operate just fine, but sometimes you just can't ignore a maintenance routine or a service light. Sometimes it is nothing. They do have these service lights built in, so it does generate extra income for the manufacturers, like B&D especially. But if we have a look up there, straight away, I can see that the cables are very loose, especially on this side. They actually aren't even winding up on the cable drum properly, and they're just about to slip off, which will cause the door to be stuck open or halfway. I'll just get up there and give you a closer look. So as you can see, that cable there, very, very loose. That should be quite taut. That section there should be a straight line pretty much. And I'll show you the other side. That one there, not rolling up good at all. So all those cables should be in line, and that cable should be a lot straighter, which means it's under some spring tension. So all right, let's get cracking. So other than some spring tension and lubrication, this door is actually pretty good. That spring is quite dry, that needs some lubrication. So yeah, even though the door looks like it's operating fine, this could cause some major issues. Let's get into it. So really all we need for this job is some good lubrication. Don't use grease, use an oil-based product that can penetrate into the rollers between the spring coils. I've had some people comment to say use lithium grease or grease. That's a big no-no. Use an oil-based product, even motor oil. WD-40 if you have to. If you're a homeowner or can do it regularly, that's just fine. It's better than grease, trust me. You need something that penetrates and gets around the bearings in between the coils. Grease is not a penetrating lubrication, it's a surface lubrication. So yes, some good lubrication, oil-based, a 10mm spanner or wrench, whatever you want to call it, a set of winding bars. Now these have to fit your spring exactly. This is extremely dangerous if you don't know what you're doing or do not have the right tools. Do not attempt this job at all. Call a professional. And some vice grips, and that's to lock off the cables so they don't turn into a big bird's nest and you get into even more trouble. So let's close the door down and retension the spring. And of course you need a ladder to reach the spring. You also want to make sure the door is sitting level. But just because the ground is level, it doesn't mean the door is level. There can be a gap on each side. The best thing to do is check the gap along the edge of the door, because the tracks are normally installed level, and these ones look pretty good. Sometimes they are slightly tapered in just to give it a snug fit at the bottom, but overall this door is running great. There's no gap at the bottom. It can be a little bit out if the concrete isn't level. It will run fine, maybe 5 or 10%, so that's great. So first we need to clamp off the main shaft to hold the cables in place. So grab your vice grips, adjust to the size of the shaft so you get a fairly firm clamp, maybe a bit more. That clamps off just good. Grab yourself a piece of paper or cardboard. There's a few sheets of paper here. Rest it against the ceiling and clamp that nice and firm. So now when we release the spring from the shaft, the cables are all locked into position and they won't come off the cable drum. So next step, winding bars and 10mm spanner. Poke one of your winding bars into the spring and hold this very, very firmly, because this is going to want to spring downwards. So holding very firmly undo the 10mm square bolts. Yeah, these are actually called set screws, mate. Did you have a bit of a mental blank there, did you? Yeah, I did actually. There we go, that just released. I'll see if I can show you without damaging the door how much spring tension this is under. So this spring is wound up about 7 to 8 times. If I just move it about an inch, say 20mm and let go, very high spring tension. Just a quick heads up, if one of these winding bars slips out of your hands, it can damage panels and cost a small fortune to fix. It can also cause serious injuries. I've seen broken hands and even someone with a broken jaw. Take care and use the right gear. So as you can see, the spring moves, independent now of the shaft and the cables. So we want to put maybe a full wind on this spring, and we'll start with that. So we go up, hold very firmly, insert your next winding bar, and you can release that onto the door and that will hold. So this is the safest method. Go up again, insert your winding bar to the next slot, let that go, swap hands, and then you can go again. So keep doing that until you have a full revolution of the spring. Lift up, insert, rest it on the door and remove your winding bar. Let's go up one more time. Insert there, and if you ever need to take a rest, that's completely safe to leave it just like that. All right, where's our 10mm spanner? We're going to lock that up there. So just make sure the spring is free, and then remove it from the door slightly and lock it up. Because when we release it and take our winding bar out, the cables will stop that from turning into the door and give us space to remove the winding bar. So just lock those up evenly, a bit on that one, a bit on that one. So this is a B&D door, very good quality shafts, you can go very tight. So there we go, we are locked up. Now very carefully, release the pressure from the winding bar. You should have no pressure at all. There we go, safe to release, because the spring is attached to the wall and then clamped to the shaft, which is attached to the springs. Oops, I meant cables. Which is attached to the bottom of the door. So a completely connected system. Now we can remove the vice grips. And now, don't leave your winding bar up there. So now we should be able to put the door in manual, and we'll see where we are at with our spring tension. All right, that's pretty much perfect. I'll just push that door up a bit higher. And as you can see, cables are winding up perfectly. No more abnormal winding. So as you can see now, I'll just push that up a bit more. As you can see, no more abnormal winding. The cable is under full spring tension still. There you go. That is how you retension a spring and check for spring tension on a sectional garage door. So you don't always ignore your service light. It may mean you do actually need some maintenance. So I might as well film just lubricating the spring. As you can see, super dry, not one bit of lubrication on there, except that dust is doing a great job of turning that spring. So grab some oil, gently drizzle it along the spring so you get it between all the coils. So you're not actually lubricating the surface, you're getting it between all the coils because they rub against each other. It's one big long loop. So start from this end, a nice drizzle down the spring between all of the coils. You can just imagine how messy grease would be. What grease does, that dries, goes hard, and you can't re-lubricate. because it forms a crust, where an oil doesn't form a crust, and you can re-oil it every, say, 3 to 6 months, or if you use something really good quality, maybe every 1 or 2 years. And just lift the door up. You'll see the other dry spot there. Same thing. Let the oil run down around the coils, and we're done. We'll just lubricate all the bearings and rollers, and this door should go for another couple of years or so without any maintenance. Actually, don't forget to oil the manual release, that orange tab there. They can get very sticky on a B&D door. All right, thanks for watching.
That busted spring is making noise again, a metal opera making your brain explode. But every malfunction's a lesson for the student when the knowledge gets bestowed. We're calibrating torsion, tapping into the force. I'm giving you the blueprint, now you're master of the course. Fix it up, let the knowledge flow. That roller door bloke. He's that roller door bloke.
I'm that roller door bloke, thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and drop a comment below. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next great garage door tip. And remember, if this video helped you out and you've got a spare minute, jump onto Google, chuck us a quick review. This gives me more jobs and keeps these videos coming.
That roller door bloke.